Hey, Busy Bees! Today we are back with another chapter in our My Weird School series, Book 13, Mrs. Patty is Batty by Dan Gutman. Pictures by Jim Palet. So let's pop open the book and fly through this adventure together. So we are on chapter 4. We finished off on chapter 3, where it was Halloween. And they each went to school in a costume. And the greatest thing happened where Andrea brought back AJ toilet paper. So she found out somehow that it was him that tried to TP the house. All right, so let's get into it. Chapter 4. The Emperor has no clothes. It's really hard to concentrate on schoolwork when your teacher is dressed up like a giant bonbon. All I could think about was the candy I would be getting when we went trick or treating after school. My mouth was watering, but Miss Daisy was trying her best to teach us. If you go trick or treating and they give out Kit Kats at 5 houses and Milky Ways at 3 houses and Hershey bars at 7 houses, how many candy bars will you have altogether? AJ? Is anybody giving out Snickers? I asked. That's irrelevant, said Miss Daisy. No, it's not, I told her. An elephant is a big animal with a long trunk. Everybody laughed, even though I didn't say anything funny. I hate Snickers, said Neil, the nude kid. My favorite candy bar is Three Musketeers. Let's try to stay on task, shall we? Said Miss Daisy. Teachers are always telling us to stay on task. That means we have to talk about boring stuff instead of interesting stuff like candy bars. I like Twizzlers, said Ryan. Twizzlers aren't candy bars, Michael said. They're licorice. Ugh, licorice is yucky, said Neil, the new kid. It gives candy a bad name. We went on like that for a while. Nobody could agree on which candy bar was the best. After a while, Miss Daisy gave up trying to teach anything. All this math talk is making me hungry, she said. We were all excited to march around in our costumes, but Miss Daisy said it wasn't time yet. Finally, after 1,100,000 years, an announcement came over the loudspeaker. It's time for the parade, Mrs. Patty exclaimed. Please bring all classes to the playground. Yay! Everybody yelled. Miss Daisy told us to line up, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. I think she does that so each of us has to be next to somebody we hate. I had to stand behind annoying Emily, the queen of crybabies. We marched in single file to the playground. The whole school was out there in their costumes. It was cool. Even the grown-ups were dressed up. Miss Hannah, our art teacher, dressed up like a famous artist named Picasso. Miss Small, our gym teacher, dressed up like a famous baseball player named Babe Ruth. Mrs. Cornwell, our bus driver, dressed up like a famous NASCAR racer named Jeff Gordon. Mrs. Ruby, our librarian, dressed up like a famous children's book author who I never heard of before. Authors are boring. A lot of the parents came out to see the parade. I saw my mom near the monkey bars. She waved and took a picture of me in my penguin costume. We marched all the way around the playground. I thought that would be and there it is, a picture of them marching. End of the parade. But then we had to march around the playground again. It was starting to get boring. I was sweating in my penguin costume. I was tired. I didn't want to march anymore. My space helmet was fogged up and it was getting hard to see out of it. I was sick of the dumb parade. I just wanted to go trick-or-treating and get candy. I needed candy. But that's when the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. I stepped on Emily's queen costume. I didn't mean to step on Emily's queen costume. Really. I was minding my own business, marching around the playground, but her dumb train thing was dragging on the ground behind her and I couldn't see through my space helmet. And I guess I got too close to her and I stepped on this train. It would have been okay, except that Emily kept right on walking, like she didn't even know I was standing on her train. What a dumbass! Anyway, it must have been some cheap costume because it ripped really easily. The next thing anybody knew, Emily's whole costume was on the ground and not on Emily. No! Look, somebody shouted. underwear. Well, the only thing funnier than getting someone to say underwear is actually seeing someone in their underwear. Oh no. That's the first rule of being a kid, and Emily was standing in the middle of the playground in her underwear. There were even flowers on it. Everybody was pointing and laughing. It was hilarious. A real Kodak moment. And we saw it live and in person. You should have been there. I hope my mom took a picture. Eek! Emily screamed. AJ stepped on my train. It's a train wreck, I said. Get it? But Emily didn't think my joke was very funny. She started crying, of course, and went running off the playground. I don't even know where she went. Well, boo boo on Emily. That's what she gets for dressing up like a dumb queen anyway. And that is the end of our chapter. I feel very sad for Emily. And that was very not nice from AJ, even though it was originally an accident. He could have said sorry. Oh, I feel really bad for Emily. We're going to have to see what happens. And that is the end of our chapter. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you'd like to follow along for more adventures, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you on the next one.